Hey there folks, and welcome back to Spyro Reignited Trilogy 1. We last left off, we dealt with the Artisan Worlds, completed all that. Now on to Peacekeeper World. Peacekeeper's World is a bit of an odd mix because like in one case it has some good things going on, and in another case not a whole lot going on. But here is Titan.
Welcome to Peacekeepers. Look how our treasure has been stolen and turned against us. Please, recover our treasure, Spyro.
Collect treasure. Got it.
Yeah, in Peacekeeper's World you deal with soldiers, mooks, and then a can guy. Then tents, like all over the place, because yeah, you'll see all these tents all over the place too on top of it. Then two can guys going at each other, then all of a sudden they go after me. It's like, okay, let's see how this is. Anyways, take a map. So here's the first area right here, which is Dry Cannon, which will be going first eventually here. But first we're going to grab all the stuff around. So I will say that's usually the common rule I do for hub areas. I complete the hub areas and then go after the worlds. So I will say for this one you can do that. Oh yeah, there's one funny thing you can do for Spyro 1's case. If you just stop and just turn around like that, guy will moon you. He's mooning you. He's mooning you inappropriately. He's mooning you, and I hope I don't get flagged on video for this. I hope I don't. I hope for God on that, because I don't know if they do or not about that, but you know, never know. So how crazy censorship's gotten. Yeah, there's Cliff Town. Oh, skill point acquired, which I'm not sure what exactly I did, but anyways, more mooning, guys. It's the mooners. Well, except for that one. That one just, you know, panic. Cause yeah, they sometimes just panic. Got more flame chests. Oh yeah, got some one-ups every now and then. Got another statue here. Burn that tent. Got Magnus. The old.
Hey, Spyro. Sparks the Dragonfly has been doing a good job protecting you. Make sure to keep him strong by feeding him lots of butterflies.
Anyways. I do feed him a lot of butterflies, but is that nah enough. Oh yeah, there's a case where this gym doesn't want to get picked up by sparks for some reason. And then there's the third area, which is ice caverns. And then you can check to say the fourth area. Oh yeah, I had to check to see if I was make sure recording there. Did you wonder why somebody just froze there? Oh no. Anyways, two mooners. You had the mooners. Why are they called the mooners? Because they will moon you. They moon. There's Dr. Ship because, yeah, unlike the Artisan world where they made this whole elaborate thing that you had to do all the other worlds to unlock the boss, you can just straight up just go after Dr. Ship right now if you want to. I wouldn't recommend that, but you can do that if you really want to. But yeah, here's another thing you have to do with the cans too, because yeah, you can interact with the cans too. They're not just there for show or not there for just the mooks. You can also interact with it too and flame them to fire a cannonball to, you know, the treasure chest laying around and such, or some things like that target to move the debris out of the way. Just got a move garden here. Here's the flight level. Yeah, this is night flight. We're dealing with that one soon. So I was trying to be careful about flying there, because yeah, make sure to hit triangle to end your glides, because if you just hit down, it does not stop you. Looks like it kind of should, but don't. Now, if anything, while gliding while hitting down, it just slows it. Slows it and lowers it. These gems here. Some more flame chests. Not jump over here, but yeah, you gotta be careful about the gap of that, because if you don't jump it right, you'll just fall to your death at the end of it. Oh, yeah, here's a Eggman. There was an Egg Snatcher. Oh, and hit the pool. Now he's blue for the rest of his life until I get a butterfly. And get egg. That's the third egg too. Rescue Gunnar.
Well done, Spyro. Keep up the good work, and I know you'll fulfill your destiny.
Destiny? I just want to kick some.
Just toast those enemies and collect the treasure.
Okay, sir. Anyways, onwards. I was just trying to figure out, okay, so I know seeing there's that over there, because I do recall you have to go over there. How do you get over there? It's like, oh yeah, there's the funky shaped ramp there I forgot about. Here, it's this thing. Yeah, that is one funky shaped ramp. Anyways, going across, which yeah, same case where you have to make sure to get the highest point of your jump on those. Yeah, that highest point of the jump means a lot. So then here's the key chest. Up in that sucker. Bunch of gems. Stuff. Alright, so I think we're missing like 2 gems, because if I recall this is one of the 200 ones, because yeah, there's the 2 right there. Yeah, at this point I use sparks to help me find them. Just in case. Alright, there we go. That's all the hub area gems and statues to get. So now onto Dry Cannon. Dry Cannon's a very... I don't know. I would say... I think Dry Cannon's like one of the... I think probably the okayest one of the bunch. Because I will say, when it comes to this desert biome, it's not really the greatest. It has like a mixed bag. Like in some ways you'll like it, some ways you won't like it. It's very weird. In points, it's not the worst, but it's okay. For the most part. Here we are at Dry Cannon, which I think out of all the desert ones might be technically be the last lackluster one out of the bunch, just a little bit to me. Now we get to deal with these shooters with shields, which you ram them, or when they try to mock you there, you can flame them because they're off guard at that point. Oh yeah, another thing you can make them do is anytime they shoot, their pellets can break the treasure chest too. You so happen to want them to break it too. Also, yep, got another egg thief guy. Cause yeah, these guys are gonna be a bit more common. Oh no. It's like we'll see one in the next one too. Recall. Yep, more of those shield guys. Get them out of here. You have my gem. Give me up. Give me. Alright, now Mr. Egg Thief, which yeah, I will say these Egg Thief ones do kind of get tough every now and then. So you have to figure out like what's the point to flame him, because that flame doesn't reach that far. About right there, basically. So you have to cut just right, and then once you find the cut spot, and then flame him. And I'll flame this, and go for the double. So yes, if you just have 2 flame chests next to each other, you can just do that. Alright, now to get this dragon statue, because... Oh yeah, got the pellet there. Cause yeah, that pellet can aim at you. I've got Conan.
Huh? Oh. Thank you for releasing me, Spyro.
Yeah, is he actually voiced by Conan? I don't think... I'm not sure. To be honest. It does make me wonder, because I think variously, most of these dragons are voiced by someone. Big time. Oh yeah, then we got vultures, and then this guy using a vulture as a hammer. Okay. Trying to whack me. But yeah, he follows the whole classic big guy trend, which is basically just jump and flame at him. At the end of the day. Alright, now on to just cliff stairs. Going on here, the rock stairs. Smack this guy. Because yeah, I will say, you can get very mixed on how you're supposed to go about on these levels sometimes. And I'd say Dry Cannon is definitely one of them on that matter. We have to figure out like which way you need to go, because this is the way to go to the upper side. So, again, that's also another reason why I have that mini map there on the bottom left. Which, by the way, you do have to turn that on in the options menu also. which is a very handy thing. And I'm surprised it's something that wasn't there. Well, understandable in the PlayStation times, but you know, like wasn't on to begin with. But here's Ivor or Ivor.
Is that you, Spyro? Are you the young dragon I've been hearing so much about? Ever since you were a wee puff of smoke, we've known,
You've known.
Interesting, he has a bomb.
I forget.
Should he handle bombs? I'm not sure. If it's not filled with gunpowder. Anyways, more vultures. No matter. And then guy holding a vulture. And make this guy fly. You're back. Alright, so now to get up there, but first the vultures, because yeah, they'll come right at you. Some gems here. Some gems right here. There is, I believe, a gem. Yeah, there was a gem spot right there. As a side, I don't realize just yet. Eventually, I'm gonna realize it. But yeah, there's like a gem pillar there. There's a pillar there that has some gems on it. And got some mailboxes. But yeah, you must have just saw that. Yeah, there's a vulture there that will sneak attack you if you ain't careful about this little section here. Come on, come at me again. So yeah, that's just crazy range there, I gotta say, for that one. That specific one. Anyways, hit the rocket chest, because yeah, now we're starting to see rocket chests. Which I say rocket chest loosely, because there's like 2 variants of that. Oh no. Yeah, put these treasure chests here and get the spinners. I did not get the key though, so I'm gonna have to come back and get a key, which kind of sucks because it's already tough enough to jump back and forth for this. So it's like, oh, well, crap, in that case. So go back this way. Back across here. Jump that way. Oh, hello. See, which is funny. Yeah, if you come through the back way here, the enemy stuck. You don't realize what's up that guy. That's the only ones that kind of realize. Because yeah, the vultures won't realize. Alright, here we go with this one, which is Boris. The dragon. Boris the dragon.
Dry Canyon rewards good gliders. You are a good glider, eh, Spyro?
I was born to glide.
Okay, so this is one of the cases where the dragon statue is trying to hit you that there's something around about here. Because yeah, as he mentioned that if you're a good glider, there is a point you have to glide pretty good here, which if you notice the gems here, you know something there's off to the left there. So if you glide around like this, you can get up to the one of the special top sections here. This gets you to Maximos.
Incredible glide, Spyro. I thought I'd be stuck here forever with those ugly vultures standing on my head. Those birds might look tough, but they're pretty tasty. Flame broiled with a pinch of salt.
But yeah, basically dragon that basically tells you that, oh hey, you're a good glider. Yeah, I will say you do have to sometimes think out of the box, which especially in the PlayStation 1's case, we're trying to figure that out at the end of the day. Oh yeah, so you might notice something that each gem has a value tied to them. So if you see a red gem, it's 1 gem. If it's a green gem, it's 2 gems worth. And then you have a blue gem that's worth 5 gems worth. And then you have a gold one which can be worth 10, and then the purple that is worth 25. Which the purple one's the most elusive one out of the bunch. So might be the best time to mention it now, because I think this is the time where purple ones start showing up and stuff, considering what just happened there on the milk. I don't recall if there was a purple gem in the previous episode or not, but yeah. Alright, so now to get these gems here, because I think I use a sparks finder to realize that, oh hey, yeah, there's gems there. And then, oh yeah, you gotta go back that way. Because yeah, you can't go around to go up the cliffs. You have to go the one way, which is right around. So now we glide over here and such. And we try this glide again. Yeah, this glide is a bit of a butt because yeah, as the saying goes, you need to not only move pretty good, but you also need to jump to the highest just to get to that one. Which gets you a gold gem and 4 blues. So about 30 gems there. So I would say it's like, oh, if it was 25, it would have been, they should have just stuck a purple gem called good. I know, did this one. It's a bit more. Now, I'm noticing there's a spinner chest over there, but instead of doing that, I decided to just go ahead and take out the next right down here, because I wasn't for sure if you were able to glide back or not, because it looked like you would just fall in, if so. Nope, turns out, nah, you just jump from there to there. So I could have done that, but no. But that's basically that level done of Dry Cans. So back to Peacekeepers we go, and on to, I believe, Cliff Town is next, once we get there. Okay, I am happy I'm playing on the PlayStation 5 because you get faster loading times, thank God. Because it just gets right to the point. That's a nice thing about PlayStation 5 at the end of it. I will note, it's not like a big thing, it's just, you know, just a tad faster at the end of it. Which helps for a lot of things. Like for, you know, any old PlayStation 4 games and stuff. Yep, on to Cliff Town. Yep, flies right up. And comes back down. You know, could break the game by just flying around stuff, but now he wants to do it cool style, which is get on the ground and run it at the end. like, tell me a reason he can't just turn around and just fly and just break the game in two. Because then what just happened there? Yeah, we got basically guys in metal coats, I would say, or metal capes, I would say, and then big cookie mamas that, you know, who will basically slap them to tell them to get going. If there so happens to be a metal cape next to her. Oh yeah, I will note, make sure to flame the pots, because the pots have gems in them. For some reason, I'm not even sure why, I don't know. Yep. And then make sure to check the high sides for the buildings and stuff. And such, but yeah, when it comes to Cliff Town to me is another one of the mixed ones to me, because it does have its high moments, but it's kind of about it all it has going on. It's just the same case where it's just basically much of a desert at the end of it. I'm not gonna crap on deserts, I just, you know, deserts always kind of, I don't want to say the most boring, because, I mean, that's a natural in deserts anyway, but, you know, it does kind of fit that bill a little bit. And that's my only issue. Because I feel like there could be more to a desert at the end of it. And probably someone's going to say, this ain't enough. Oh, this is enough. It just feels like there'd be more to it. Oh yeah, if you jump just right, you can flame that rocket instead of having to get on the top of that just to flame the rocket. Because yeah, I think you're supposed to jump on to flame it, but yeah. But here's how more.
How's a dragon supposed to flame metal armor anyway?
Remember, Spyro, flame won't work on metal, but charge it with your horns, that should do the trick.
I love it that they had to have a dragon to remind you that, yeah, you cannot flame armor. You have to ram it. You have to ram it, Spyro. I'm sorry to tell you. I don't want to flame it. It ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work, buddy. Alright, got these gems here. Fives. $5 foot gems. Take out Big Mama. Big Mama's gonna tell you where Spoon's gonna go. And just say it won't be in the nanny. But she's down. She's down. Just imagine a SWAT chase after her. Good God. Crap. And you got all these gems here. And I got to like the highest point here. And this point means a lot because if you look over to the left, we're gonna have to be having to glide over there eventually. Right, so might as well get the rest up here. 'Cause I don't want to wait till later to get this. And then realize, oh yeah, all the gems up here. But anyways, here's probably second to last dragon statue, Enzo, and not Ferrari.
Hey, what's on the other side of that river?
Why don't you glide there and find out?
Because yeah, Enzo Ferrari was the founder of Ferrari. And he was a bad man. Bad, sad man. This thing goes. Yeah, we can basically get over to the far side by using that top side, which I felt a little stupid about this because I recall when it comes to like some of these levels and stuff, you notice there's a warp thing there. You can use the warp to run straight back up. Instead, what I did is just ran all the way back up in some ways until I realized. Because yeah, here we go. Ran all the way up. Run all the way up. There's no warp there. What are you talking about? There's not one anything about that warp. That warp's not there. It's not there at all. I don't know what you guys talk about. Anyways, I'm gonna run up here, and then I'm gonna notice some blue sparkly things. Oh hey, look, there's the warp. Anyways, going up it with the warp. Because yeah, over time when you cross platforms, they'll spawn warps. So that way you just get back up if you so happen to mess up at the end of it. Anyways, here's the vulture. Take him out. Taking him out. We've had 10 gems. Got a green gem here. And our green gem. And our vulture. And our vulture. Yeah, this is like the vulture zone area. There we were. Trying to mess up your day, which, if I recall, this is a pain in the butt to deal with, because in the PlayStation 1, I think draw distance was a big issue, if I recall. But my memory might be fade, and I'm also was a wee lad, so don't judge me that hard, please. Here's Marco. Where's the P?
Point in Clifftown. You can get to almost anywhere from here. If I were you, I'd use that whirlwind over there.
Where's Polinski? There goes. Get these gems here, and instead of, am I gonna jump out that building or not? Let's see here. Cause yeah, as you see now, since I got over here, there's a warp right there too. So in case if I so happen to mess up here, I could just use the warp to get back up there to try again, which is very handy. I think this was in the original PlayStation 2. These warps here, so you had to make a slog about getting back up at the end of the day. Yep, now they're across the desert zone here. Because yeah, there is a special thing going on here. If you so happen to look back there, you'll notice there's some gens in the back. Yeah, make sure to get these. So there's a big old 25 besides the multiple of ones on there. Get your Monopoly money. I do kind of wonder if Spyro Gem's covers share the same colors as Monopoly. Probably not. So I don't think their dollars are reds. I think they're green. If I recall. Yeah, here's the last bit of gems, and we are out of here. Yeah, because I will say the gems are starting to stack up a bit more. Because now we're starting to see like 400. maybe 500 in the future here. On to home. That's basically Cliff Town, which, yeah, like I said, it's a very, like, I don't know. It's like at least it's small. Because I will say, if you have a boring biome, at least make it small. If it's large, it is going to be considered one of the most horrendous things in people's behalfs at the end of the day. Most reviews you're going to see at the end of the day. You know, let's blame this guy because he's trying to start shit. Now, I see Dr. Shrimp there, but we are not going to deal with him. Instead, is it time? I think it's time. Yep, we're going to deal with the night flight. Because, yeah, we also got the icy cavern to deal with, too. So first, the night flight level, which I'm just going to say in advance. I am going to show the first of the flight, and then I'm going to show the best result of the flight. Because I forgot how this one's ordered, even though it's in line, unlike the first one. Because this is where they are more in line, because it kind of just shows you that, oh, hey, yeah, you need to go this way about it. Yeah, we start with the red rings, and then we have the treasure chest here, but the problem about these treasure chests, and I don't like about these treasure chests, is that they want you to go down and up, which is very difficult with this camera wanting to fight you at the end of the... Freaking fight me, homie. Freaking fight me. And with the time being relatively tight too, because I will say this time is freaking tight, I guess. Now, I don't know if I recall that there is maybe a trophies tied to these flight levels at the end of it or not, or it might be a skill point. I'm not sure, but I think if there's a case where you have to do a faster time and such, if I recall. I just don't remember if it was skill points or if it was a trophy at the end of the day. But I could have sworn like one of these were that one at the end of the day. Where you had to go, we had to do this level as fast as you can, basically. Anyways, here's the best run, which, yeah, I'll just say this, I did like 4 attempts of this at the end of the day. It was kind of hard to understand, because, yeah, you had the up and down to the treasure chest, and then you had the gates here, which is fine. You just cross right through them. It's the last one that kept irritating me at the end of the day, which is the lighthouses. So yeah, these lighthouses are a pain in the butt to light up at the end of the day, because they really want you to get close and personal about lighting them. But yeah, as long as you just basically tap them, you're fine. Or just bounce at the end of the day, what it looks like there. But that's basically it for Night Flight, though, at the end there, which is not a bad one. It just, you had to get a little understand to it and such. That basically wraps Night Flight at the end there. So now on to Icy Cavern. I will say, when it comes to these loading transitions, I do miss like one big thing that I'm not sure why they took out in comparison to the PlayStation 1 version. Well, during those loading screen, besides seeing that number there, you would see a flow of gems going into a treasure chest animation. They took that out for this version, which is probably the one biggest thing that kind of irritates me and a little bit disappointed, because it feels like it should still be there at the end of the day. Although I can understand why they don't, considering how fast these loading screens run, and especially with the PlayStation 5 now. I can see why they don't. It just kind of sucks though, because at the end of the day, you're just seeing a big old number. That's it. That's all you're seeing of the total amount you got. But yeah, onto Icy Cavern. Where's the Ice Cavern? I just realized that. Well, either way, it's ice. Ice, ice, baby. Anyways, there's the first trio of gems just right there alone. Got some gems in the back, so yeah, make sure to check the back. Sometimes, you never know. And we got some big mooks here with some big old fists. Wanna fist you? They're so dirty. Anyways, here's the first dragon, which is Ulrich. I think it's Ulrich or something like that.
Wait until you grow big, like me, before charging those large enemies.
But yeah, it's interesting that it has to be Spyro at the end of the day to save all these dragons at the end of the day. You know, some of these look like they're battle worn at the end of the day too. So it's like, okay, why ain't you doing it? Because I want you to do it. Okay. It's not like he can't do it. I'm just saying, it's like, why can't they do it? Or or they insist, at least. Besides just providing advice. Just saying, just saying. I'm not saying it's a dumb thing at the end of the day. It's just kind of funny though. It's like, oh, you got these big, tough, powerful dragons at your side at any moment. What do? They sit down and just, lollygag, I would say. Why you want to help me? You do look like you need help, so I just let you do it. Anyways, here's more of the gyms, and yeah, if you fly across there, you get the key. Because yeah, I will say there's sometimes you have to think advance on some of these platforms, and that is one of the cases you have to go advance. And then go in this in reverse, which yes, we can have. Here's Andor.
Thank you for releasing me.
And that's all you're getting from him. Because yeah, that was the most classic thing out of most dragon statues, besides providing advice, which I can't fully crap on, because then you get dragons like that where it just says, "Thank you for listening." Oh, okay. Anyways. Thank you for listening, Spyro. Alright, okay, whatever. In that case. Oh yeah, so I was technically supposed to get advice about these big armor guys, but the thing is, I didn't got the dragon in advance. So the dragon's just back here. He'll mention about it. But yeah, I will say the metal ones are kind of the more rare variety in this level. But all it takes is a good charge to make a fall. I will say they can retaliate, but if they have enough of a gap of land to do that. Here's Totor.
Spyro, some big Norks up ahead are wearing armor, and in the ice cave, armor can make their feet very slippery.
It's not like I just did that. Oh, what would you make you think of that? But yeah, here's some poles here that have gems on it. Just charge and smack them. It'll knock the gem off. Just be careful doing that, because sometimes there can be a case where you just fly off. Anyways, since I got that key, let's go ahead and put that key in, shall we? But yeah, I recall back then the PlayStation 1, that key took forever to open that treasure chest at the end of the day. Because I will say some animations were much slower. Was it to, give it a loading speed at the end of the day? Yeah, technically. Because I will say this game had inner loads besides the load time initially. Some games do that. Anyways, here's a group of gems on top of the block pillars here. Got a big old armor guy. Off he goes. But yeah, I will say be careful when you knock him off, because sometimes it doesn't feel like he wasn't going to get knocked off, but there's a chance the animation then plays and then he falls. That's what it looks like there. Going on there. So yeah, he's still there, but then he falls. It's like, oh, he doesn't just fall immediately. That's the one thing I noticed in there, just slightly. Hit the gems here, which, yeah, speaking of, almost fell to my doom there. It's like, you gotta be careful how you smack these sometimes, because you basically just ricochet once you hit them. So you don't really stay in place when you hit them. Kind of bounce. Get a little bouncy. Anyways, here's some gems. And more bats, in case you need more butterflies. Yeah, they try to be annoying, but, yeah, it was. Alright, Snowball Man, here you go. How dare you try to check one. here is Ragnar.
You've done well, Spyro. Some dragons thought you weren't ready, but I knew they were wrong.
I'm ready, all right. Ready for what?
I do love the nostril steam he has going on there. That's pretty cool. Lets you know how heated he is. Check out these bozos. The gems. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. They're beautiful gems. Now, luckily, there's no bear to share it with yet. Give it time. Here is Asher.
Thanks for freeing me, Spyro. And now, where was I?
At least the good part for the ones that said thank you for releasing me, as long as they're old ones, I ain't gonna crap on them. Because you kind of wonder, yeah, where the heck am I? There, here's an interesting spot. I'm kind of curious how you're supposed to get those at the end of the day. Because I kind of forgot how you're supposed to get those. I do not remember at all, sadly. But anyways, let's go ahead and get these treasures, and I think that should be it. Yep, 2 dreams, there we go. Yeah, it seems like 400 gems is the norm at this point. And then I think it goes up a little higher. And then higher, and then higher. So off to, well, I might just make sure it's 100%. Yeah, I was just gonna re-look at this because yeah, it's just kind of interesting. It's like, how am I supposed to get that? It must be a higher spot somewhere. I'm not for sure, like where. Probably if I looked at the meme map more closely, I probably realize. So I'm noticing if you go from that left and come to it, you might get it at the end there. Which that left is like at the entrance, I'm noticing. But I can't say for sure. It's just kind of interesting. There's 3 1-ups there. Alright, now on to Dr. Shemp. Which, yeah, Dr. Shemp is another easy boss, technically. It's just, the interesting part is he does fight differently per phase. So, that's the interesting part. So, at least he's a tad better than Papa Papu, I would say, in terms of difficulty. And also the other cool part about Dr. Shemp is that we have an eclipse going on, because as you can see, I'm not right there. And then we also get to deal with the metal boys, but yeah, this time they're suit up. And then when Big Mama slaps them, they're go on a chase spree. So there's 1 and a 2, because yeah, she could chain, but she can combo. Slap that one, slap that one. These 2 5s. I think that's the real attention, is that you breathe fire and hit both the treasure chests and then jump at the same time. And then you got the Big Mama up there. I don't know what to do with that. However, there's a surprise, which I forgot about that. It's like, oh yeah, don't come out of nowhere. I will say if they fall to their doom, that counts as a hit for their case too. However, I think there's a skill point where you have to not let them fall. If I recall, I'm not sure on there. Here's some gems. Get some gems back here. Yeah, we're technically supposed to go that way, but as you can see on the far side, there is just a lone purple gem over here. Which I love it because they don't have it on the meme out there, I'm noticing. So yeah, you have to figure out that, yeah, there's a purple gem over there. And then you notice you got a key here, and you're wondering like, oh, where's this key go to? Goes to something, I would assume, right? Not matter. Well, that key chest is in the boss background. I'm just trying to see if I can get to Big Mama at the end there. Doesn't look like it. Well, I figured you could, like right there. No, you can't. It's like, oh, okay. There. And then I'm noticing, yeah, there's a way in there, so might as well find a way in to get to her. These bonus points, I have to take her out. Anyways, here's Trondo.
Dr. Shemp thinks he's so cool. You don't know what it's been like listening to him over and over. But I tell you one thing, he should watch his back.
Which I gotta say, I think I love that dragon in terms of design, because... And then not only that, the add to it, because he just reminds me of the skunk in Crash to Insanity. Back and forth, back and forth. Why not doing that again? This is the one Pacific one that has a bunch of nitric rays just right behind him. But I do love that when a move just snaps. For once. I would love to see that as a common knife. Here's Dr. Shemp, which, yeah, basically just flame his rear. As for his first phase, he just runs around. And then this is where it gets interesting, because throughout the next phases here, he'll change up. Because at least he'll make the fight interesting, at least a little bit. Except he basically wants you to attack him. And then, boop. And then you notice something when he turns around there, that's the time to flame him. Boom. That's one of the cases you need to, well, I wouldn't say parry, but it's like, you know, him just timing, or time him. Because parry, you gotta get hit to do it back. Or you miss, you dodge the hit in return. But yeah, that's Dr. Shemp. Which, yeah, that skill point, I believe that is, don't let Dr. Shemp hit you in the process. If I recall. But that's basically about it for Dr. Shemp at the end there, which, yeah, very basic boss. I will say, not as basic as the third one, though. That one's really basic, because I will say, it gets kind of weird on the downgrades and upgrades at the end there. When it comes to this game a little bit. Yeah, that basically ends that for Peacekeepers at the end of the day. So now we head on back to, what's it, Marco the Balloonist? Yeah, I think I just realized that. That's kind of funny. There's two people named Marco, Dragon and the Balloonist. Yeah, 3,000 gems overall. I'll just jump on back over here. There's a, oh no, oh yeah, they changed their names, that's right. You have Gosnold, the Balloonist. Jump off to Magic Crafters. Next one, which, yeah, that gem total, I believe it's only like 1,500. So, in case you're just trying to beat the game, I think it's just that amount, if I recall. Because I will say each requirements are not that big. But if you go out of your way to complete it, it's like very trivial. I'll say that much. Like, I could straight up just go to Beastmakers right now if I want to, because all it wants is like 3 or 4 eggs, or something like that. Because this one's going to have egg requirement here. This is where you're supposed to get the rest of the eggs, I will say, and heads up. But yeah, that's basically wraps that for Peacekeepers. Here's a teaser of Magic Crafters at the end of the day. I will see you guys all next time. I hope you guys enjoyed what you watched here, and until then, you guys, ciao. Until then, take care. Thanks for watching.